Factory 5 racing revolution began with the iconic Roadster. It was the company's very first model, and today it's the world's best-selling build-it-yourself replica.
We picked the Cobra to make our first replica because it was just the apex predator. It is the car that in our generation was the iconic muscle car. Nothing really has ever come close to it. And there's a lot of great cars on the planet, but nothing like the original Cobra.
At Factory 5, we believe there's no better way to honor a legacy than to continue it, and the Mk4 Roadster does that in spades. It's easily the best engineered, best performing, and most award-winning Cobra replica of all time. At the heart of a great car is a great chassis, and the Mk4 is no exception. We start with a full tubular steel space frame that's far superior to the typical kit car chassis. Our engineers began with an original design, but used CAD technology to make the Roadster frame stronger, more rigid, and much safer. It incorporates modern safety features like front and rear crumple zones, side impact, and footbox protection. Factory 5 President Dave Smith put the chassis to the test at Gateway International Raceway in St. Louis. After crashing the Roadster, the team repaired the car in the pits and kept racing.
I was going too fast into turn 2, and it's a decreasing radius turn. I got went in a little hot. The night before I had taken some hot laps with a Toyota Atlantic driver, and I really thought I could drive like he did. And we pushed the car back over, we put it back into the pits, and we had a great team. We put a lot of duct tape on the car, and I think that we went out and that car ended up winning that event, King of the Hill title. And I think the car earned something that we knew about all along. It has a real tough chassis.
My philosophy is continuous improvement. So whatever we're doing today, I want to do something better tomorrow. And if you look specifically at the Mk4, the Mk4 is the 4th generation of our Cobra replica. The design has improved and changed as our capabilities and technologies have changed. So the car today is a much better car than the one we launched.
So when we started with the Mk4 project, we knew we wanted to make the car more original, more authentic. So we had an original 427 that we scanned into basically a template that we used to shape our car, to make everything more authentic, more correct, more what people were asking for.
The Mk4 body is a hand-laid fiberglass composite. It's an exacting replica of one of the most famous 427 Cobras of all time, CSX 3035, an original 427 Cobra that was raced to more wins than any other by the legendary Dick Smith. When you build your Factory 5 Mk4, you can do it in 2 ways. You can buy the base kit, which uses Mustang donor parts, or you can get all parts brand new in the complete kit. In either case, you have to supply your own running gear. You can use a full range of Ford small block and big block engines, modern crate engines, and modular V8s.
Committing to professional road racing changed the quality of our products, the strength and durability of our products, because when it didn't work, it would break on the track. And the byproduct of that was that our products are so much stronger, so much better. There's things you can do with the Factory 5 that you could never do with a replica, and it's 100% based on that racing.
The Challenge car is the competition version of the Mk4 Roadster. It has its own spec race series in 5 different regions across the U.S. When you build a Challenge Series car, you are building the ultimate open-track weapon.
Something in the way they're tuned, something in the way they feel, they just really are fun to drive.
I think the Cobra is historically one of the greatest cars, if not the greatest iconic design of automotive history. And it's the car that when it drives by, everybody stops and points. The really cool thing about the Factory 5 is it's taking an experience that was reserved for a select few, and it's turning it over to the masses. So if you have the skills, not the pocketbook, but if you have the skills to build it, you can build a car that outperforms the original car and looks every bit as good and better. The best thing, though, is that when you drive the car, there's nothing on the street faster. It's like being a great white shark. When you drive that car, you got horsepower untold under your right foot. You've got brakes that stop the car faster than you can imagine. You can turn your way out of trouble faster than you wouldn't believe. the look, the feel, the shape, the sound, it all comes together in an experience that's just mind-blowing. It's a great car to drive.